Hello friends. So right now Operation Sindoor is underway in the entire country, and if you see the social media like particularly X and Facebook and other platforms, there are a lot of people like who are speaking against the government and the operations of the army. They have their own opinion. In our country there is freedom of speech, but you always remember it comes with a catch. The Honorable Supreme Court has always held it in catena of judgments that you cannot cross the limits, though there is basic structured doctrine as the law laid down by the Honorable Supreme Court of India in Keshwanand Bharti versus State of Kerala. We have our fundamental rights intact, but that definitely do not give us any right to poke into the affairs of the government of India or state governments. They are doing their job. They are elected governments, whether you like it or not, whether you have voted for them or not. They are now become your prime ministers and our prime ministers and our chief ministers and our army. We should stand by our nation. Why I am suggesting you this is because I have read so many news items today across the country that there are a lot of people who are talking against in our own Hyderabad city as well. There is one college girl who has written something against the army and in the interest of the country. There are such kind of scenarios, and she has been arrested. And in the same way, there are a lot of people who got arrested. The youngsters are getting carried away and venting anger against the country and the army. This is none of our business whether what the government does. Okay, whether they fight with the enemies or whether they withdraw the war, everything will be in the interest of the nation. All right, we should be thankful to the government that still lot of the major cities of a country have not or never come under any major attack by the enemy country of Pakistan. We should be very grateful for the soldiers who are fighting day and night for our safety. It's a very thankless job. The soldiers' job is a very thankless job. They work for the country for very less salaries, but for the main thing is for the pride they have. The kind of patriotism is the only characteristic that drives them. So we should encourage them. We should not find faults with them. They are very brave and courageous. No Indian, no non-soldier, I can guarantee you, can have the courage to go to the border or even to the border states today. Everybody have packed up their bags, and even the tourists, they have come back. Nobody can dare to visit such kind of locations and sensitive locations. So because everybody knows it's inevitable. The death is inevitable for a, unfortunately, for a poor soldier. So they are fighting. So at least what we can give them is like at least some kind of confidence and encouragement from our side by boosting their morale. We should never say something which is against the interest of our country. Why I'm trying to tell you all these things are, my dear friend, there are stringent laws in our country. The the Prevention of Terrorist Activities Act, that is popularly known as POTA and TADA, both these have been removed. But unfortunately, you have, or fortunately, you have UAPA and NSA and PD Act, very stringent and draconian acts. If you are booked under these acts, you can never come out of the jail. You can take it for granted for next 5 years. You will be struggling and spending lakhs and crores of rupees, mind you, my dear friends. If you go to the jails like Tihar jail and Sabarmati jail, all these are Arthur Road jail, you can never come out. Per bail application, the advocates are charging minimum 5 to 10 lakh rupees. That is the minimum fees I'm telling you. So unless and until you put 10, 20, 30 applications, you will not come out of the jail so easily. It's going to take lots and lots of years. So my dear friends, my humble suggestion to you guys is, all youngsters, try to support the government, try to support the army. There are a lot of accounts, like even I brought to the notice of the National Investigative Agency on X, and I've also reported them to the X platform as well to take action against them. If you are once trapped in some kind of terrorist act, like, you will never come out. Your total career and your family will be ruined. Trust me. So this is the time where everybody is in a panic situation. Nobody wants war, but that is inevitable. It is on sitting on our head, because we cannot go into the streets of our own streets and markets and all schools, colleges or hospitals, and we get attacked by terrorists. No, everybody wants to stand up against the terrorist attacks, and they want a permanent solution. That's why the government of India, that is our own union government, is going all out to protect our interests in the in this country, and the army is giving all out. Even they're sacrificing their precious lives. Do I say, do Indians deserve their sacrifices? Honestly speaking, my dear friends, every this is the time where every Indian has to stand united, because irrespective of their caste and religion, every all Indians, we are all Indians and we are all part of our country, and we should come united. Even the opposition parties are united. I am very much happy for that, that all, even the opposition parties are on the same page as the the government of the day, that is the union government. So we should also encourage the government and boost the morale of the soldiers and our army, navy and air force. They are doing a tremendous job. Even the Supreme Court of India has appreciated their morale, and the Supreme Court has was pleased in order to dismiss lot of public interest litigations that have come against the Operation Sindoor or whatever it is, like against the interests of a nation, because the army and the navy and also the air force, they have done a commendable job. We should pray them with folded hands that they have saved our lives, because we are so happy still doing the life is not yet disturbed in the country. We are doing our own activities. The stock markets are doing well. We are doing our own activities. Everybody is going to their colleges, schools, or most of them they're enjoying their life in our own country, in each and every nook and corner, excepting unfortunately the border villages of our country. So we should pray to the God and also our own armed forces, that they have saved our lives, and the union government has protected our lives. This is a very tiring and difficult times, but still the Operation Sindoor is a wonderful and great success. Honestly speaking, my dear friends, I have expected this kind of war. When Russia has attacked Ukraine, and even the China and Pakistan, and also now the Bangladesh, they are all ganging up against our country. Last 3-4 years, always post Corona, 5 years, I used to always think that the union government is spending a lot of money and on the defense sector, and it's a greatest visionary thing that they have done. They have invested a lot of money on defense sector. They should invest much more, and they should hire many more people in the armed forces, because that is the need of the day. Now we have learnt a lesson. Tomorrow China might attack us, so we should be very careful. This kind of day might come. I have already thought, and I've never thought that our country would have been saved in such a fantastic way, my dear friends. The union government and the armed forces have done exemplary job by saving our country and our properties and each and every one in our country. I must salute the union government and the armed forces for this fantastic thing that they have paid back to us with a small vote what we have given to the union government and elected this government. And the armed forces, we haven't given anything. We always cry to pay taxes, but they always fight for us. You always imagine, unless and until somebody pays their taxes, how can their salaries be paid? You always want freebies. Every Indian wants freebies. We always curse the governments. We always talk negative about the union governments. The same thing we have done in the UPA. Now the same thing we are doing for the NDA as well. But we must stand. We must stand tall with our nation first, which is the ploy of this government of the day, and we should respect it. And now we have learned the lesson. What all I'm trying to say is, I never expected that India will be impeccable under even such kind of deadly and drastic terrorist as well as military actions against it. Nothing has happened to our country. That is the greatest thing that union government has gifted us. We should definitely appreciate our union government and our leaders, all the leaders